grief and inspiration as Pittsburgh lays more synagogue victims to rest. A mass shooting in a Pittsburgh synagogue is bringing together residents and supporters throughout the city this week as they process a range of emotions: anger, grief, inspiration, and renewed spirituality. The Squirrel Hill neighborhood on Wednesday hosted its second day of funerals for victims of last weekend's shooting at Tree of Life Synagogue. On Wednesday night, scores of University of Pittsburgh students and allies gathered in the rain in the Oakland neighborhood's Schenley Plaza to rally against hate and gun violence. "I hope that people walk away understanding that this isn't just an issue we can think about in terms of anti-Semitism, or just in terms of gun violence. It's the combination of the two. It's what happens when violence and hate become one thing. It's real and it takes people's lives. And we won't stand for it," University of Pittsburgh sophomore Catherine Fleischer said. The funerals came the day after President Donald Trump and his family visited the synagogue to pay their respects and encountered demonstrators who condemned the visit. Local and state leaders also declined to accompany him on his travels. National Jewish leaders, meanwhile, are encouraging Americans of every faith to follow up last week's deadly shooting by attending Shabbat services in their own hometowns, in solidarity with Pittsburgh. Funerals continue Wednesday. Mourners gathered Wednesday to bury some of the 11 people killed in the Saturday massacre. Those killed ranged in age from 54 to 97. Additional funerals are planned Thursday. The funeral for Joyce Feinberg, 75, began Wednesday morning, while the funerals for Irving Younger, 69, and Melvin Wax, 87, both big Pittsburgh Pirates fans, were held early afternoon. Feinberg was a widow, a mother and a grandmother who enjoyed a long career as a University of Pittsburgh research specialist. But graduate students of her late husband also knew her as a warm host who welcomed them into her family's home and sent them holiday cards for years after they left. Irving Younger was a greeter at Tree of Life Synagogue who met people with a warm handshake and showed them to their seats. It was a role that came naturally to the former real estate agent, who used to have an office on one of Squirrel Hill's main thoroughfares. More recently, he enjoyed spending time at one of the sidewalk tables in front of a local coffee shop, where he appointed himself as greeter, his friend Barton Schachter said. Melvin Wax's greatest passions were his grandson, his religion and the Pittsburgh Pirates. His sister said they would joke with him that he should have been a rabbi. On Tuesday, brothers David and Cecil Rosenthal were laid to rest, followed by Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz. Crowds packed the funerals, with long lines snaking through streets and busloads of people coming from synagogues nationwide. Pedestrians quietly watched as motorcades and hearses passed by, followed on foot by mourners dressed in black. Others held hands and wept. The Rosenthal brothers were fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers football team, and about 100 players and staff members paid their respects at the Road of Shalom congregation. Rabinowitz was remembered as caring. He became known in Pittsburgh as the one to go to for HIV care because he treated everyone with dignity and respect, former patient Michael Kerr said. His patients are among those grieving his death,